What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is your Crypto Maestro LL here, and today we're going to be talking about this new big blockchain launch that everybody's talking about, and that is Aptos. And those who don't know, this was formerly known as Diem, which was the Facebook's, aka Meta's, crypto project until it was shelved, and then the team basically went on their own and decided to launch it under a new name. Whatever Facebook is still playing an investor role on this project remains to be seen. I mean, it's private investors, so we don't exactly know who they are, how much Mark Zuckerberg basically owns on this project, and etc. We don't exactly know. But today I want to really talk about the price predictions and basically about the valuation of the project right now and whatever it is a good time to buy or sell or short or long. So let's kind of jump into this. So first of all, they just announced or unveiled so-called controversial tokenomics for this project. And there's a lot of key details which have been talked about on a lot of these articles. Most people are not very fond of them, and we're going to be exploring those in a second, why exactly that is. But there has been a couple of posts made which have been a bit critical about the current tokenomics of this project, which technically can be changed by the governance of the project. But fundamentally, that's not as easy as it seems, because when you have developers or investors holding most of the funds, it's really hard to push out, tokenomics changes which are going to be affecting the whales. But let's kind of break down some of the tokenomics here before I give my own valuations. So let's start off with the initial supply. So there's no max supply for this project, and recently I have become very skeptic for any project that doesn't have any deflationary mechanics and doesn't have a max supply, because the value is just going to be very bad from a price prediction point of view, unless your idea as a customer is to just hold the token for gas and then make the money through the ecosystem itself and just change it to stable coins, I guess, every time you can. But it's really up to how you view it. But fundamentally, like ever inflating projects, not very fond of them. Ethereum had a good type of a fix up for it, which is not even perfect, but definitely something that a lot of other projects should pursue. So 51% of the supply is held by the community, and that is technically by the DAO. So it's not like 51% of the tokens were just distributed all to, the community. That's the core contributors. So there was an airdrop and people who had played around on testnets and stuff like that. One of the other criticisms that I have about this project is that there was no public sale. Like, you should always have a public round or some type of allow list, at least, not some behind VC bullshit. That's not very decentralized, and it doesn't really build up a lot of trust. So 19% for the core contributors, but the foundation is taking whopping 16.50%. That is a massive amount of money held by the team. And remember this, that there will be staking rewards on top of that they're basically holding. So even though some projects may have a vesting period of like 4 years or something, they still are going to be getting staking rewards for those 4 years, which are pretty massive. And investors have 30.48%, and this is very bad in the sense, as I just said, it's not public people. It's probably Meta, aka Facebook, some Silicon Valley, VCs who don't care about decentralization and our cause in general. So this is a very problematic supply here, and the vesting period is 12 months only. And well, if I look at the things I have invested in, like, I haven't done many private sales, but I've done a couple of them. The investing periods are definitely usually 16 to 24 months, and you usually have to wait quite a long time. So 12 months is not really anything. So I think that's kind of bad incentive. And here they talk about the community and the Aptos Foundation. So a majority of these tokens are held by the Aptos Foundation. A smaller portion of 100 million are held by the Aptos Labs. So basically, there seems to be some type of a control over, because as I keep talk about the DAO, basically the developers can vote themselves to receive funds from the DAO, okay, like from the community, like tokenomics. So they can, out of that 51%, they can just ask, okay, we're going to build this for you, but we're going to be taking those from the community funds. So that's kind of like a bad thing there altogether. But then again, how much proposals like that they're going to be doing, and will they do that? Always all speculative. And 125 million are going to be supporting the ecosystem through grants, community growth initiatives, and the community category. Okay, these can be abused, but they can be good. You know, obviously need funding for all types of forks and everything. And something that I didn't mention earlier already is that this is an EVM chain. So technically it's not like a new technology or anything. They have shuffled the deck, I mean, a bit there and there, but we're not talking about like new groundbreaking technology. There's a lot of claims about the potential TPS, which we're going to be addressing a bit later. And 5 million through foundation category. I don't know what exactly that means. Is that part of that 5 million here or whatever? And the rest of the funds are going to be unlocked through the next 10 years. When 10 years might be a bit too little, in my opinion, but I don't know how exactly should you like view adaptation. You know, when you're thinking about like if you're bringing for mass adoption, I think 10 years is kind of little. I mean, we're going to be very interesting places in 10 years probably, but fundamentally, I think that you have to be able to bring and reel in people in the future too. And if everything is already spent in 10 years, that's going to be problematic to fund things further on. And core contributors and the investors, there's a 4-year lockup schedule excluding staking rewards. So as I said, even though there might be contribution thing, they're still going to be getting staking rewards. 4 years, I think, is pretty reasonable. No APT available over first 12 months, and so it seems that it starts in 12 months and it ends up in 4 years. So they can start dumping on us on 1 year. That's the way I've read this and gathered from, but I always can. It's a very English language can be, a bit deceptive sometimes, and maybe I'm not understanding, but that's the way I've gathered here. The first money is going to be unlocked on the 12th month, and then it's going to be gradually opened through the 4 years. More than 82% of the tokens are already staked. That's a question about will there be enough on the markets and everything. Here they talk about token holders who stake their tokens to validator operator for purposes securing network and achieving consensus may receive staking rewards. So there might be, we don't know like how many of is the foundation running operators? Are they being validators? I mean, will they be getting rewards from that? So there's going to be a bunch of different supply changes. First of all, what is a good thing here is all their transaction fees are being burned. I don't know what the fees are right now. And 7% annual reward rate, which is it's good. Could be lower. I would prefer it lower because the inflation is going to be pretty fucking crazy. So that's pretty much breakdown of tokenomics. So as I said, number one, a lot of allocation to investors and the foundation. Secondly, no max supply. Okay, and not a really big deflation mechanisms unless the fees are really high and they are burning significant amount, but not a good thing. Let me show you the next thing. So here's a bit of a drama that happened basically. So currently the coin is tradable on Binance, and it is currently sitting at under, when I started recording, it was above $7. It started out pretty damn high here, so somebody got fucked really, really fast here. I don't know if that was a troll thing or a setup here with $100. Probably not. But you have to understand that when we have above 1 billion supply, that means it's above EOS. So EOS, I think EOS is a good example of a 1 billion supply token. Let me actually confirm that. Yeah, so EOS is at $1 valuation, and Aptos is at, so this is based on the circulating supply, the current market cap, but it's $7. It's 7 times above basically the EOS, valuation, which is massively high. It's overvalued in my opinion, because it's a very big supply. Like Algorand has 10 billion, and it's at like where is Algorand sitting at right now? I think 30 cents. Yeah, so 10 billion, so 10 times that, and it's got $3. So it's a pretty huge valuation for Aptos right now. And let me actually refresh that if that's gone. Okay, on Binance it's lower than on other places, or actually it's not updated on the same speed. But we are gonna go down from here. I mean, definitely, and we are on the bear market. And so the drama here was, let me find the article. Well, actually, I managed to fail to include. I'm just gonna include it on the comment section. But what happened is that Aptos told all the exchanges like FTX, which is one of these globalist investors on this project, is that do not open margins, futures, and derivatives until 2 weeks. And Binance was like, no, fuck you guys, we're gonna open it tomorrow. So basically, there's gonna be massive shorting in the beginning. So definitely, yeah, I'm gonna short the coin tomorrow. The moment it opens, I'm gonna open my short positions. I wish they had opened up the short position in the very beginning, but that's what it is. And FTX is going to be opening it that in like 2 weeks or something like that. So, or was it 10 days, whatever. But basically it doesn't seem like a very decentralized type of a thing. Now there's some other issues as well, one being that it's 4 TPS. And I don't know why that is exactly, but yeah, it's not very good. And there seems to be like some, and I don't know exactly what is the reasoning here, because there's no sources on this article, for example. And the chain seems, this is slower than Ethereum and Bitcoin. Okay, 4.47 is not very good at all. So the TPS, but they have a claim to go like 130 K, like a massive TPS. But I don't know, do they have to enable sharding or whatever the technology is based on or whatever, but this doesn't look very good. And yeah, it seems to be, finally dropping down on price here. And yeah, there was an NFT that you could have claimed, which I, by the way, got. And people who claim this zero testnet NFT basically are eligible for airdrop. So they actually, I think it was 150 to 200 Aptos were given out to the people who got this NFT. So people got like, well, I mean, you got $700. Well, no, actually more than that. You got $1,000 if you got this airdrop. So congratulations if you sold it on the beginning. I didn't get an airdrop. I'm still trying to figure out why exactly, even though I interacted with this testnet. But fundamentally, one of the issues here is that, well, the developers airdrop that money to themselves. They duplicate more testnet accounts for themselves, because over like 100,000 people claimed this NFT. I think I was among the first 3,000. Let me show you here. So I think I got a mid number on it. I think it was 3001 or something. Let me actually see if we are on the right mainnet. I have to say that I do like their MetaMask relevant. I don't know if you can add the RPC to the, but here you go, like 3009. But I still didn't get anything. But what I'm kind of saying here about Aptos is that it's very centralized, and the price is going to be going down. Now it's definitely not the position to buy. I think I would short it, because I think it might be actually going to $3 or below. So once the futures positions open on Binance, depending what the price will be at that point, I might consider opening a shorting position, because people are going to be dumping their airdrops and everything like that. People need money right now. It's pretty crucial times. And that's kind of my take on Aptos so far. Obviously, there's a lot more variables, information about this, and there's obviously people fighting the project and etc. So I recommend obviously getting a second opinion from somewhere. This is not financial advice, of course. So what I'm just essentially trying to say, that maybe right now selling is the best option, and maybe later on we have to look into the ecosystem and the apps that are being built on it. And interacting with a lot of dApps right now for potential airdrops is definitely something you should consider. So make sure you're going to be doing that for future airdrops on the Aptos blockchain. But that's pretty much my take. I don't really have much else to add here, and we're definitely going to be doing some videos about Aptos in the future as well, more tutorial side and looking at some of the dApps probably. So make sure you're going to be subscribing to the channel. Cheers, and I will be seeing you next time.